Hi, Hal here with more Space Engineers. Yay! Today, we're going to be working on probably the decoy ship. I've got a couple of things in store for it, and I wanted to bring you up to speed on what we've done with the little attack ship. But first, we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week. And, we've got the, I almost want to call it a doom turtle. I'm actually calling it the ugly turtle. But the primary work on it is pretty much done at this point. There is a block there. And I need to turn all of the bobs back on because we were doing some things on this beast and I wanted to make sure that everything was set up properly before bobs, went crazy. So one of the things that we've done, actually two of the things that we have done, we've installed two rotors back here, one of them with a small rotor head on it so that we could attach a small antenna. The other one is going to have a decoy on it. Now, the offset on the rotor is set to 0. I haven't adjusted any of that, but I did lock both rotor heads. So the idea is that if we get into trouble and we need to bug out, we basically drop this thing behind us and then take off. It should distract the weapon systems of anything that's attacking us long enough to basically let us get away, because it'll take a salvo or two, in theory. We'll see how that works in actuality, but exterior stuff. We've gone ahead and done kind of a nacelle idea here on the thrusters. We have mirrored this cut in on both sides, and we now have a flat layer of armor down here on the bottom with all of our turrets in place. Now, I haven't set the turret ranges because I'm still trying to decide on what ranges I want to set everything. What I'm thinking is that this will be at 300, this line will be at 500, and then the line back here will be at 750. Now, I've only got two at that range, so hopefully that'll be enough for general defense purposes. Now, none of the turrets are tracking asteroids, or meteors rather, mainly because of the fact that I don't want to have a situation with us having it currently in Armageddon mode. I don't want to have a situation where we end up with a meteor shower in the middle of our attack run and having the turrets potentially get distracted. Realistically, would love to have that happen, because then the AI's turrets will be distracted. But yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. So for the turrets, some of the turrets are going to be getting these little half walls, the little protectors, and realistically it's not going to do a whole lot, but even if it only blocks 1 or 2 shots, that's a couple of seconds longer that these turrets will have to fire back at whatever's shooting at them. So we'll see how it works. Alright, so internally, let's go take a look on the interior here. Alright, so a little bit's changed. We now have a whole lot more gyros. We've got one here. We've got 3 in the center there, 1 here, 1 in the other corner for 5, 6, and then we have another one on the other side as you enter for 8. Right? Or that's 5, 6, 7, sorry. We have 7 little gyros. Alright. So we've also stuck a second programmable block in, and we've got a projector block. And this is why I had to make sure all the bobs were turned off while we were working on it, because the bobs like to weld them. So what the second projector block is doing is it's actually, or the second programmable block is doing, is it's running the shield script So we actually have a shield display, and it's dark no matter which way I go with that. So so we have a graphical shield display, and then the programmable block that's back in the reactor area is actually running the automatic LCD2 script, which we have reporting on our ammo status across all of our devices. And then we have also spitting out the information on the shields. So what this is doing is it's looking at the shield block itself, and I'm using the details non-X, which takes out the block name and block type from the report. And then I've just basically put in a center command to show me shield status, and then another one for damage report. Now, this one is actually a pretty good system to have, because even when you're building, if you place a new block, it'll show up over here. I don't believe it's armor blocks. I think it's just functional blocks. I mean, I guess I could test it really quick, but I don't want to. Well, I am testing it because we've got a bunch of blocks that have been added that aren't showing up. So, yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, so for the shields, basically what we've got it set up for is I've got it set for 25% recharge. What that means is that we've got a ridiculous number of shield hit points, just over 2.5 million. But it's only using 25% of the power to recharge. So basically what it's doing is it's jacking up the amount of hit points it has to compensate for slow recharge time. Now, if I was to set it to 100%, the shields would have very low hit points, but would recharge instantly. So that's the trade-off on those two. Sounds like the defensive shirts worked pretty well. So yeah, and then the entire compartment here is actually airtight, which is good because that means I can close this thing off and not worry about, using my air supply. So yeah, that's the ugly turtle. Now, if somebody has a name that you would rather see, let me know. I may use it. But the overall maneuverability and handling of this thing is not too bad. The big thing that we run into is that because this is 8, but this is 4 to a side, means that we have decent acceleration in certain angles and not quite so nice acceleration in others, which is fine because as an attack craft, it's basically going in a straight line. It doesn't need to be a dogfighter. It's kind of a boom and zoom style craft. But yes, that is where we are currently, and I'm going to go ahead and turn Bob's back on for a minute. Just so they can finish welding up all of this stuff for us. And yes, that is a ridiculous number of Bobs. This is the most Bobs I think I've ever had in a save. So, yeah. Alright, so we're going to let Bob, the army of Bobs, get that stuff welded up. Oh, and when we were together last time, we captured this beast, and I had a bunch of people telling me that they kind of like the overall ship, but it's nothing special. They didn't. It's basically something that it was kind of cool to see, but not anything that you would want me to do anything really with, mainly because it's such a large ship already. That it's kind of overkill for what we're doing, and I do tend to agree. And like I said, when we captured it, I wasn't sure which way I was going to go with it. So I do think that it's not a bad idea to break this one down. Of course, you keep finding all these like little cubby spaces in here. It's entertaining to me, some of the stuff that's in here. And this would have been a mirror of that thruster. Okay. But yes, it is a ridiculous amount of parts. And I do think what I will do is we're going to go ahead and break this one down. So I'll paint this pink so Bob can tear this whole thing apart. But if we find another Raven, I'll retrofit the Raven. I've had a bunch of you asking me for it. That you want to see it. A lot of people saying that the Raven is their favorite encounter ship, and they want to see what I can do with it. I've done Raven builds before, but since everybody wants it, we'll see what we can do with it. And why does that... Why am I seeing what looks like a steel plate somewhere? I mean, that is... That's going to irritate me. Is it this? Was it that one? Did I get it? No. Okay, that tells me it's something here. It's like really close.
Energy low.
It's going to irritate me. Seriously, it's going to irritate me. Okay, I'll do my best to ignore it. I'm just trying to figure out what it is, because it looks, the way that it looks is that it's a plate. So anyway, before we forget what we were doing, sorry, I get easily distracted by some of that stuff. So we are going to paint the entire thing pink. And let Bob take that apart. Alright. In other news, the escape ship. It took a bit of a beating in the last couple of encounters. So I've gone ahead and repaired it. Basically, it was missing some of the neon light over here. And those things actually surprisingly took a beating. I was actually surprised by how much damage they absorbed before it transferred damage through. So we went ahead and put some more of those back on, and I may trick out the ugly turtle with them too. Maybe give it like like running streamers or something. I mean, we've got some space for it over here, so it's not very stealthy at that point, which is fine. I wouldn't care. Let's grab some power, because we are almost out of power. But yeah, so I'm liking the ship. Now that we've added a little bit more thruster to it, the forward acceleration is phenomenal. I mean, look at the difference in that. But with the additional gyros, the turning speed on it, the rate of turn, I should say, has drastically improved. It could still be better. But with the amount of armor we're hauling on this thing, we've got a lot of mass built into the ship. And so we do need to keep those types of things into consideration. But like I said, it's not meant to be something that's overly nimble. It really is meant to basically go in, slug it out, and get the hell out of there. So let's park this beast here, and let's talk about the new ship. Alright, so we've been talking on and off about what some of the design methodology would be for the ship, and I think I've settled on a fairly basic design. It is actually, while when I was coming up with it, it wasn't intentional. It is going to replicate something that was seen, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago at this point. For those who may know who it is, Wasted Space did a thing that he called his, I want to say Doom Blossom or Doom Flower or something like that. Basically, it was a mushroomed head shape on the front of it, and then a spire down the center of it. And then what he did is he had gyros on it, and he had built basically warheads on merge blocks. So what happened was he would get this thing in someplace, it would start spinning, and then just spit these explosives out all over the place. It was a carpet bombing system. Basically going to use something similar to it. And like I said, I didn't really think about it until after I sat down and I started drawing it out, and I was just like, this looks really familiar for some reason. And so, yeah, so shout out to Wasted for that. Oh, so like I said, it wasn't intentional, but the design. So I'm probably going to end up with something that works very similar to it. I don't think it's going to end up looking a lot like it, but I didn't want people to getting confused and saying, hey, you know, I've seen this someplace else. Like I said, the intent wasn't to try and take something from somebody else, and I just wanted to throw it out there before I built it so that there was no confusion on it, and you know, not trying to claim things that are my own. Let's see here. So this thing is going to get broken down, and while you are breaking down, let's go ahead and... I need some steel plates anyway. Oh, hello. Just needed plates, not the rest of it. There you go. And a few more plates. Not that I couldn't just grab them out of our, you know, like, I don't know, I think we've got like 150k plates still sitting around. So, yeah, that's a thing. All right. Okay, so down here, we are going to do a couple of things. First thing I need to do is to put something that allows me to claim ownership. So we are going to do a remote block. Now, this beast, so it's facing us, right? The way that it's facing us right now, the darker gray portion is the top, and that light is the forward direction. That is the path of travel. Need interior plates for it, of course I do, because you know, reasons. Or reasons, either way, you know. Hey, look at that. Interior plates. Hey, we know interior plates. And construction plates. You guys are interior plates too, aren't you? Yep. Alright. Okay, so I kind of wanted to have this whole thing broken down before we did all of this, but it's okay. We will go down this way, and I am going to let's go with light armor block here. 8, 9, that should be far enough down, and basically yeah, that's good. Boop. Alright, so do that. See if Bob pulls that up fast enough. Nope. Okay. Oh, look, he's doing it! Yay! Alright. And that lets us... That gives us something to build from. Okay. So now, like I said, what we're going to do is I want to have a bit of armor on this thing. I'm going to do... that, and we're gonna run 2 want that to go out 3. We're going to do this like so. Don't need the merge blocks anymore. And we don't need much of a charge. We should be able to get away with 1. Because I'm not expecting to recover this. Alright. And you're going to go that way, and that way. Alright. And then what we're going to end up with is every couple of spaces. So here, starting here, will be a merge block, space, merge block, space. And we're going to do this for enough to... So this is going to be merge block 2, 3, 4. Alright. And so we'll end up with merge blocks on this side, actually. So we did... Okay. So we're going to end up with basically merge block 2, 3, 4. Yes? Yes, okay. So we're going to have a lot of decoys on this thing. At least, hopefully. A lot of decoys on this thing. And what I'm really wanting this to do is we're going to have a couple that are actually on the ship itself, like built into the structure. So that'll take the initial fire. This thing will get in close enough. I'm going to see if I can get it in within like 500 to 600 meters. And that's when we'll start our spin rotation and unlock these guys. So I'm going to need a timing block in here. So on this end, we are going to go like that, like that. And basically this is just to make sure that anything that we build on this area doesn't stick to any of the other blocks here. And now I want a timer. There we go. Alright, and we want a couple of gyros in here. We're going to put these one there, one there. Use these guys as armor for the battery there a little bit. And I'm honestly not going to need that many gyros, but may as well use them. Right, so, and these are just going to be I think I can get away with this here. I think I can get away with that. That's 1, 2. Right. And you're going to go that way. And for this, we are going to go like so, and like so. Basically what we're trying to do is, again, we're just trying to make sure that anywhere that we have things that are attached via merge block, we don't want them sticking to any of the other structures. So And I'm thinking we're just gonna go ahead and do a little something like that. Alright, so actually I should have started that back further probably, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. And that gets us part of the way to where we're going. So if we do that, we then go there. And we're going to do the same on this side. And the reason for this is so that we can do that. And so, very quick sanity check. As you see, we can't mount anything here, so that means we're safe for anything that we build out on here, that it won't stick to it. Okay, and then where we may run into it is right here. I don't know if the merge blocks are going to stick there. I mean, I guess I could technically do this. Oh. Looks like we have Orks coming in.
Energy critical.
Well, crap. Okay, let's go deal with an incoming Ork horde. We got a shooter boat coming in. And we're going to close that up so that we don't... It's a shooter boat and it's coming in within 2K, so yeah, we're going to be... Oh, this is going to hurt. At least our shields are up this time. Oh, it's coming right for us, too. We need to get out of this shield quickly, because I do not want that thing shooting at our base. Hey guys, how you doing? It's going for our base. That's not good. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it found our base. Come on. This is where we need more thrusters. Come on. And hello. I have a gift for you. Oh, he used his decoys. So our first actual combat in this thing, I think, is pretty successful. What do y'all think? Let's see your decoys go this way. Oh, my targeting reticle drifted a little bit there. I'm gonna have to go loot a lot more missiles again. All right. And oh, just gutted it. Look at that. I think we're going to set everybody on a group. look at the stuff that's just coming off of this ship. Hey buddy, how y'all doing? Yeah, because I don't think they're shooting at us anymore. Oh. Yeah, he seems to be limping away. Alright. So what we're gonna do is let's go build. I saw something damaged. You guys, we're gonna put you on fly mode. What was damaged? One of my turrets. Oh, one of my turrets did take down. I'm wondering if that was from friendly fire. I mean, look at we gutted him like a fish. You gonna start shooting at me again? I can turn my turrets back on. Just remember that. I don't know. I think this is legitimate salvage at this point. Oh, let's not waste the ammo. There we go. Hey guys, how you doing? Don't mind us, we're just here to salvage. Oh, let's see here. What are you guys doing? I'm wondering what if you're actually grinding anything or not. You should be in fly mode. Let's go fly mode. We're gonna have you grind if Weld gets stuck. There we go. We don't have any parts on board. Well, now we do. We're going to have parts for days. As long as we're not heading towards the war boss. That's the one thing I'm really worried. Well, this is going to be a good salvage. We really did gut this thing. Alright. Look at that. Okay. So, what I'm going to do. I think this is actually a good place to end it. We're coming up on 1 a.m. again. Oh, it's been a long day for me, so I'm going to thank y'all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you and blowing up orcs. So, you know, orc slaughter is always a good way to spend the day together, right? So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the area down below. If you're new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to be kept up to date when new things come up, or, you know, we're blowing stuff up, be sure to hit that subscribe. And like I said last time, YouTube has changed the way that the notification things work. So even if you click the notification bell, you may not get updates unless you have the, you know, basically spam me enabled. So I'm going to leave it up to you on whether or not you want to deal with that. Either way, it's greatly appreciated. If you did enjoy it, make sure, and you think anyone else would enjoy it, be sure to, you know, feel free to share links out, of course. And anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you back here for more Space Engineers on Friday. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everyone. Okay, so we have the basics of the decoy ship built, so we'll get that done between now and Friday. Get this thing back and rearmed, and I think we'll be ready to go after the war boss on Friday.